We are discussing about GATE 2009 ECE paper, and this question is related to electronics. This is a common data questions for the given two things continuously. First of all, we will see about the data. Consider the silicon p-n junction at room temperature, and the parameters are given as doping on n side is 1 into 10 power 17, depletion width on n side 0.1 micrometers, depletion width on p side 1 micrometer, intrinsic carrier concentration 1.4 into 10 power 10. Thermal voltage is 26 millivolts, permittivity of free space and electric constant of silicon are given. So if you are going with the values, that is symbols, doping on the n side is nothing but it is n side doping is nothing but we are going to get, we can write it as nd. This is nd, and this is width of depletion width on n side is nothing but wn, and width of depletion on p side is nothing but wp. Intrinsic carrier concentration is nothing but ni. Okay, and thermal voltage is nothing but vt. Permittivity of free space is nothing but epsilon naught. Permittivity of dielectric constant of silicon is nothing but epsilon silicon. So these are the values given: nd, wn, wp, ni, vt, epsilon naught, epsilon silicon. So first, what is calculating is nothing but the first question is built-in potential of the junction is A 0.7 volts, B 0.76 volts, C 0.82 volts, D cannot be estimated from the given data. The right answer for this question is nothing but B, 0.76 volts. Okay. So we know the built-in potential is going to be indicated as V naught, is nothing but potential barrier voltage or built-in potential of a p-n junction, whose value is nothing but Vt natural logarithm of Na Nd by Ni square. So from this equation, what was the given parameters? Vt is known and Nd is given. Okay, Ni square is given. What we don't know is nothing but Na value is don't know. This Na value we don't know. Whatever the other parameters are going to be known. Vt is known, Nd is known, Ni is known. Okay, so how to calculate Na? Na can be calculated like this. Okay, under depletion region, that is nothing but in depletion region, charge on both sides are going to be same. Charge on n side as well as charge on p side are going to be same. The depletion layer charge, that is number of positive ions is equal to number of negative ions. Number of positive ions on n side is equal to number of negative ions on p side. So that implies nothing but charge on p side is going to be same. So from this one we will get one equation which is nothing but Na, that is Nd times of Wn is equal to Na times of Wp. Okay, so charge on n side is equal to charge on p side. After simplification you will get this equation: Na times of Wn, Nd times of Wn is equal to Na times of Wp. What we don't know is nothing but Nd. So Nd is equal to, we can write it as Na times of Wp divided by Wn. Na is known. Okay, sorry, Na is unknown, Nd is known. So we can write this one as sorry. Okay, so this is Na, it will become, and it will become Nd. So Na is unknown. Na is equal to Nd times of Wn. Okay, Nd times of Wn, Nd times of Wn divided by Wp. So Nd is given 1 into 10 power 17, Wn is given 0.1 micrometers, Wp is given as 1 micrometer. So Na can be calculated as 1 into 10 power 16. So Na is known, Nd is known, Ni square is known. Substitute this Na value in the V naught equation. Okay, so from that one V naught can be calculated as 0.76 volts. 0.76 volts. So the right option for this third question is nothing but B. And the next question for the same common data, okay, is like this. The peak electric field in the device is 0.15 megavolt per centimeter directed from P to N region, 0.15 megavolt per centimeter directed from N to P side, 1.8 megavolts, okay, per centimeter directing from P to N as well as N to P, which is going to be right answer. Okay, so the right option for this one is nothing but B, 0.15 megavolt per centimeter directed from N to P region. Okay, so we will see how it is. We know that one PN junction, either it can be forward bias or reverse bias. Let us assume a PN junction is going to be under forward bias. That is, P side we are applying more positive voltage than N side. So with a single battery we can show like this. This is what the forward biasing of PN junction. Positive terminal of a battery is connecting to P side. The actual definition is nothing but whenever P side is more positive voltage having compared to N side, at that time that will be forward bias. And we know that one under forward bias depletion region reduces. Okay, and depletion region consisting of only immobile ions, that is positive ions on N side, negative ions on P side. So this is original potential barrier. If you observe, original potential barrier is nothing but built-in potential barrier. Built-in potential barrier. And whenever you are applying forward bias, at that time the potential barrier width as well as height will be reduced. So that this is depletion region under forward bias. Compare original depletion region under open circuit and depletion region under forward bias. It is small, and depletion region consisting of positive ions on N side, negative ions on P side. And we know that one always electric field is going to be originating from the positive to negative, so that from positive ions to negative ions electric field is going to be induced. So that implies nothing but N side to P side. So in forward bias the electric field is generated from positive ions to negative ions, that is nothing but N side to P side. So electric field is going to be generating from N side to P side. That is, N side you are having positive ions, okay, and P side you are having negative ions, so that the electric field is always inducing from the positive to negative only. So that this is the direction of electric field in forward bias. If you are going for the reverse bias also, you will get the same situation. Okay, under reverse bias reverse bias is nothing but you are applying more positive voltage on N side compared to P side, so that N side is connecting with positive terminal of the battery and P side is given with negative terminal. So under reverse bias we know that one potential barrier increases, that is width of potential barrier as well as height of potential barrier. Again you can check, this is original potential barrier, that is built-in potential barrier under open circuits. And if you are observing, this is the depletion region, okay, depletion region which is under reverse bias, depletion region under reverse bias. So the depletion region is going to be increases, and depletion region consisting of immobile ions, that too positive ions on N side and negative ions on P side. So number of positive ions on N side increases, number of negative ions on P side increases, but the polarity is going to be same. Okay, the ions polarity on P side and N side, whether they are forward bias or reverse bias, they are same. That is nothing but N side it will be having positive ions, P side it is having negative ions. The quantity is going to be increases in reverse bias, whereas the quantity is less in the forward bias. So here also always electric field is generating from the positive ions to negative ions, which implies nothing but electric field always originates from, okay, electric field always originates from N side to P side, whether it is forward bias or reverse bias, N side to P side. Now we should know the calculation of what is the value of electric field, so that we can choose the options. Okay, so how to calculate the electric field? Electric field can be calculated either towards on N side or towards on P side. Okay, electric field can be calculated in this way. We know that one the diagram is going to be starts from Poisson's equation. Okay, from Poisson's equation, from Poisson's equation rho v divided by electric field is equal to, okay, rho v by epsilon is equal to q n d divided by, sorry, dou square v by, wait a minute, okay, Poisson's equation is going to be specifying this one. We'll write this one, we'll come to this point. Okay, Poisson's equation specifies that one, d square v by dx square is equal to rho v by electric field, rho v by epsilon. Epsilon is nothing but rho v by epsilon naught into epsilon silicon. So this is what rho v, and we know that one electric field is indicated as E, okay, and electric field is equal to minus dv by dx, whereas Poisson's equation is minus rho v by epsilon. So this is epsilon naught, this is epsilon silicon. Okay, don't confuse with signs. Electric field is equal to minus dv by dx. Minus dv by dx you can write it as by taking integration on both sides, so that it will be integral of rho v by epsilon. So rho v on n side, you can go for the rho v, okay, rho v is equal to q times of nd for n side, and rho v is equal to q times of na for p side. So we will go for the n side with respect to, okay, electric field with respect to n side is going to be, we can write it as q times of nd divided by epsilon naught epsilon silicon, okay, into, if you take differentiation with respect to x, at that time the x will be multiplied, because rho v and by epsilon is a constant, so you will get it as x on n side. Otherwise you can write it as q times of nd divided by epsilon naught epsilon silicon into x p. This you can get, okay. So here xn is nothing but wn. So electric field is equal to q times of nd divided by epsilon naught into epsilon silicon into wn. If you are using the above p side equation, that will become wp. Wn is given, q is known, and nd is known, epsilon naught is given, epsilon silicon is given. Substitute all the values, you will get the electric field. The maximum electric field what you are going to get is nothing but 0.15 megavolt per centimeter, directed from n side to p side, So the option for this question is, okay, B, 0.15 megavolt per centimeter directing from n side to p side, that is peak electric field is 0.15 megavolt per centimeter. Thank you.